everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Blame It on the Stars, where we give you the inside look to what's going on in the universe so you can blame your problems on the stars. It is Jade here.
And it's Kara.
And this week we'll be talking all about Cancer season, what you can expect. You'll get an entire overview of all of the transits that will occur during Cancer season, so you know what you're getting into up front. But in case you missed it, last week we talked all about Saturn retrograde and the new moon in Gemini. If you want to know more about those two things, then definitely listen to last week's episode before diving into this one.
And just to give you a heads up, next week we will tell you everything you need to know about Mercury in Cancer and the full moon in Capricorn.
And after a short ad break, we're going to get right into it. So Cancer season begins when the sun enters Cancer on June 21st at 10:58 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is also known as the summer solstice. And per usual, the date and time are from the website astroseek.com. Now, how this affects you. Cancer season is a month-long period of time where you're getting more in touch with your emotions and also leaning into that Cancer energy.
While the sun's in Cancer, you might find that you are more reflective and focus on understanding yourself better, whether that means you are connecting with your emotions, being creative, and reflecting on your own experiences.
So while the sun moves through Cancer, there are going to be some key dates you'll want to pay attention to. The first one being on June 28th, the sun will be trine Saturn. This is an excellent day for taking yourself and your goals very seriously, and it's also a great day for leadership.
And then on July 1st, the sun will be conjunct Mercury. This happens at exactly 1:05 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. When the sun's conjunct Mercury, that's a really good day for communicating things, whether you want to express yourself, your emotions, or have important conversations. On that same day, the sun will also be sextile Jupiter, which is a very positive aspect. It will bring us a lot of confidence and optimism.
The next key date will be on July 14th. The sun will be sextile Uranus. This is a great day for being adaptable and also flexible in your approach to life. You might also find that you're willing to implement some positive changes into your life during this time.
And then on July 20th, the sun will be trine Neptune. This day, you will feel a heightened sense of compassion, creativity, and spiritual awareness.
And then on July 21st, the sun will be opposite Pluto. The sun opposite Pluto can encourage you to cultivate your own inner strength. This is a day for finding your own sense of empowerment from within. And you might also find that there's some healing energy going on this day as well.
Lastly, on July 22nd, the sun will be square the nodes. On this day, you might find that there are some challenges between where you are now and the goals that you have set for yourself. You might need to reflect on old habits or patterns in your life and figure out what to let go of so that you can start fresh and work towards your goals.
So everything else that we're about to mention that happens during Cancer season will have their own episodes, but we're still going to tell you everything that's going to happen now, just so you have a little bit of an idea of what you can expect moving forward. And again, deep dives on these will come in the weeks to follow. The next thing that happens during Cancer season is Mercury entering Cancer. This happens on June 26th at 8:24 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, what you need to know with this is that Mercury in Cancer can cause you to get more in touch with your emotions and your feelings, as well as your own intuition.
Because Mercury deals with our thinking and communication, you might find that your thoughts and conversations around this time are focused on your memories, your past, or different things going on in your family or home life.
So the next thing that happens during Cancer season is Neptune stationing retrograde in the sign of Pisces. This happens on June 30th at 5:07 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So how this affects you. Neptune is one of those planets that it's kind of better when it's retrograde than it is direct, because Neptune being a very confusing, foggy energy, when it is retrograde, it allows some of that confusion to dissipate.
During this retrograde, you might find that you're a little bit more sensitive and empathetic. You might pick up on different energies and emotions and things going on around you, which can really help you find truth and find a deeper understanding of yourself and others.
So the next thing that happens during Cancer season is the full moon in Capricorn. This happens on July 3rd at 7:38 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, what you can expect with the full moon in Capricorn is finding a balance between practicality and also emotion at the same time.
Although the moon does not usually perform at its best in the sign of Capricorn, this full moon does have all positive aspects. So that's good news. And we will get more into that in next week's episode.
So the next thing that happens during Cancer season is Mars entering Virgo on July 10th at 7:40 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, what you need to know with Mars in Virgo, it's a period of time where you're finding that in your life, you're more motivated to get organized and to make plans for yourself and put those plans into action.
So this Mars transit does have a lot of different aspects going on. There's an opposition to both Saturn and Neptune, which may be challenging, but there also will be some positive aspects at the same time to Jupiter, Uranus, and Pluto.
The day after Mars enters Virgo, Mercury will enter Leo. So that's July 11th at 12:11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So it could theoretically be the 10th, depending on your time zone. But something you should know about Mercury in Leo is it's a period of time where you can speak really authentically and allow your opinions, ideas, and your voice to be heard.
This Mercury transit also has some pros and cons to it. There will be a square to both the nodes and Uranus, which again will bring about some challenges that we will get into in a future episode. But there also will be a conjunction to Venus.
And then the following day, the North Node will enter Aries. So that's July 12th at 12:53 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So with the North Node entering Aries, that means that for the next year and a half in the world and in your life, you'll notice that there's more of a push to focus on yourself as well as your passions. The North Node in Aries will be a key factor in some of the upcoming eclipses. You've already had a little bit of a taste of this energy with some previous Aries eclipses, but for now, that's what you need to know.
You might notice a big shift in the energy once the North Node enters Aries. It's bringing a very different energy than when the North Node was in Taurus, as Jay just described. You also might find that you are feeling a little bit more inspired to take charge, lead by example, or find that you are inspiring others by being yourself and focusing on your goals.
Now, the next thing that happens during Cancer season is the new moon in Cancer on July 17th at 2:34 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, what you can expect with this is the new moon can encourage you to set intentions around getting more in touch with your emotional side if you're not normally somebody who allows feelings to flow through you. This could be a great new moon for you.
This new moon also has a lot of different aspects. There will be positive aspects to both Uranus and Neptune. However, there also will be an opposition to Pluto, which can bring about some healing and new discoveries, and then also a square to the nodes.
And the last thing that happens during Cancer season is actually 20 minutes before Leo season begins, but it is theoretically in Cancer season. This is Venus stationing retrograde in Leo on July 22nd at 9:33 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Something you should know about this is Venus retrograde is a period of time where in your life you are reassessing and reevaluating some of Venus themes, including relationships, beauty, and money.
During this Venus retrograde, you also might be reevaluating the way that you express yourself and your creativity. That could mean anything from your personal style to changing up the way that you do your makeup. You also might find that you are more focused on things that bring you happiness, joy, and self-care during this time.
But that's pretty much it for Cancer season. If you're curious, though, to know more about how any of these transits do impact you on a more personalized level, then this is your reminder that we do offer readings. Readings are hosted on an app called Intro, which allows for FaceTime style calls. We do readings for as short as 15 minutes to as long as 1 hour. You decide what you want to talk about, and when you go to book the reading, there will be a slot where you can put all of your questions that you have, and we'll be able to answer any questions about any astrology topics on the call face to face.
And if you've never booked a reading with us before, then you can use the code STARS, all caps STARS, for $20 off your first reading.
And just a reminder, next week we'll be talking all about Mercury in Cancer and the full moon in Capricorn. So definitely stick around for next week's episode if you want to know more about what you can expect. But if you want to stay in the loop with us and what's to come, then make sure you're following us on social media. We are on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at BLME The Stars. That is all for now, and we'll see you all next Monday. Bye.